Hi! In this lesson I'm going to talk about the branches of chemistry. Of course, this is a lesson for grade 9 and the objectives for that lesson is to define chemistry and what is a chemical, and of course define the fields of chemistry. So at first, what is chemistry? Well, chemistry is simply a study of chemicals and processes. So that's simply chemistry. Now, of course, that's an abbreviation just to make it simple for you to understand what is chemistry. It's the study of chemicals and its processes. The study of chemicals and its processes. Okay, now what is a chemical? Well, a chemical is any substance that has a constant composition. Well, that's for a chemical. Now, let's define the branches of chemistry. So let's start. We're going to start with the first branch of chemistry, which is going to be organic chemistry. Okay, so what is organic chemistry? Well, organic chemistry is simply the study of of compounds that contain carbon chains. What do I mean? For example, methane. It's going to be an example of an organic compound. For example, benzene, C6H6. Those are examples of organic compounds. But there is always some exceptions. Like, for example, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide aren't organic compounds. So there are exceptions of organic compounds. I know they contain carbon, but they're exceptions. So you cannot count them as an organic compound. So that's just simply an organic compound, or the branch of organic chemistry, which is simply the study of compounds that contain carbon. Okay, next branch, it's going to be inorganic chemistry. So what is inorganic chemistry? You can tell from the word organic and then you add inorganic. It means the opposite of organic. So what is the opposite of organic? Inorganic. So if we're saying that it's the study of carbon, of compounds that contain carbon, you can say inorganic chemistry is the study of is this field of chemistry that we don't study the chemicals that are organic. For example, we don't study about methane and benzene because they are organic. So we just study what? We just study the inorganic compounds. Like, for example, let's say water. It's an inorganic compound. Another example, for example, sodium chloride. It's an inorganic compound. So that's simply the study of inorganic compounds. The study of not organic compounds. So it's not about studying methane. It's not about studying about benzene. It's just simply about study of inorganic. Like, for example, NaCl. That's an example of an inorganic compound. Okay, so just forget about H2O because water is a molecule. It's not a compound. Okay. Now the third field, it is going to be physical chemistry. And what is physical chemistry? Well, physical chemistry is the field of chemistry where you study about the chemical system. You're going to study about the phenomena of chemical system and about the fields of physics. So that's physical chemistry. So using just the fields of physics in chemistry. That's the physical chemistry. Now let's go to analytical. Now what is analytical? It's just simply you're studying the compound itself and just knowing what is it made of. So it's analyzing a compound or a certain chemical. So that's about analytical. So you just know about what is that chemical made of and what's the percentage of the elements inside it. For example, let's say if we put water, you're going to have H2O. So if we study in the branch of analytical chemistry, we say, we have 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So we analyzed it and then we can tell the percentages and we can tell also about the purity. If we go deeper into the analytical chemistry, if that compound, if that water bucket we put inside, if it's pure, it's only H2O, distilled water, or with other impurities like other dangerous elements that can harm us. So that's all about analytical. Now another field of chemistry is going to be theoretical, which is the use of mathematics and computers to study about a theory. So just simply, it's a little bit hard to understand, but simply if you have a theory, use mathematics and also you can use computers just to understand what is that theory about, so you can explain it. Okay, now the last branch of chemistry that is only usually in your textbook, that will be given by your teacher. Okay, it's going to be biochemistry. Of course, we're going to have a lot of other branches like electrochemistry, green and red chemistry, but in the textbook now for grade 9, I can tell that they're just giving us, or they're just giving students 6 examples of branches of chemistry. Okay, so the 6th and the last, as a 9th grader, that you should learn. Usually they tell you only memorize those 6, but we're going to have others that I will explain in other videos. Okay, so the last one, it's going to be biochemistry. So what is biochemistry? Biochemistry is just simply the study of the processes that are happening in the living thing, the chemical processes that are happening in a living thing. So that's simply biochemistry. So here in that lesson, we defined about chemistry and what is a chemical, and we defined the branches of chemistry. So that's all about our lesson for today, and I hope it was useful.